Hello YouTube and welcome to Cyprime Productions. I'm here to help enhance your tabletop gaming experience. Normally on this channel I primarily talk about Paizo tabletop role-playing games like Pathfinder and Starfinder, but today's video is going to be a little bit different. Listen, today's video is just going to be a super short, unscripted video, so I may have a few uhs or ums or may make a few mistakes when speaking. I'm sorry, I'm doing this as fast as I can, trying to get it out as fast as I can. So we have some breaking news that's going to affect the TTRPG industry, namely Pathfinder and the like, and that is the bankruptcy of the Diamond Distributor Company. And trust me, it gets real bad real fast, so here we go. Now, first off, I am not a lawyer. I'm also not an expert in corporate bankruptcy. Do not use me as a primary source of information. I'm just trying to get this information out there. If it's something you want to talk about, go do some further research on your own. I'll provide some links in the description below. But I'm going to talk about it as best I can. Today we're going to be talking about Diamond Distributors, which is a consignment company, and I'm going to explain what that is really quick, and then I'm going to explain how their bankruptcy basically screws over a whole bunch of TTRPG creators. So if you don't know what a consignment company is, a lot of people can actually use them. There's actually one in my hometown, and basically what you do is you take something, say old toys that you don't want anymore, and you take them to the consignment company. Importantly, you do not give them to the consignment company, you just take them there. The consignment company will then try to sell them, and they have like more marketing and people will come in and know to go there to buy stuff. The consignment company will then sell them and give you some of the money, and they will take a cut because they have to keep the lights on. Diamond Distributors is like a super giant version of that, where people would send them predominantly books to sell to, like, stores and stuff. Because everybody knew to go to Diamond Distributors, that's how a whole bunch of companies could sell their products. For example, Paizo or Roll for Combat could give their books to Diamond. It's really important. They did not sell them to Diamond, they just gave them to Diamond for resale. Diamond then kept part of the profits and gave the rest back to the companies who made the books. Well, they went bankrupt, and for some insane reason that should not be legal, they're taking all of those books in their warehouse and liquidating them, which means selling them off to try and cover their bank debts. Now remember, they don't own those books, but for some insane reason, it is still legal for them to sell off those books to try and cover their bank debts, and they don't give any money back to the companies who made those books. And as Stephen Glicker in his Roll for Combat video explained, it's actually far worse than that, because they can sell those books anywhere for any price. So they can undercut the people who actually made the books by selling them at a cheaper price, or they can sell them to places that those companies may not want their books sold. When I heard about this, I realized that something very similar happened to MatPack from Game Theory and Film Theory and everything back in the day when their multimedia management company went out of business, because they did basically the exact same thing. They collected money for basically YouTube channels and then would redistribute that money out to the YouTube channels who made those videos. Here's the thing, when they went belly up, they kept that $1.7 million. And that was not their money. That was just the money that they were essentially holding like a bank. But I guess they just got to keep it for free because the United States is really screwed up. Now, you may be asking, why would anybody partner with Diamond? And the answer is, for a long time, they were pretty much, as I understand it, one of the only games in town. Like, Diamond was one of the biggest distributing companies, so if you wanted to get your product out there, you kinda had to play ball with them, even though, and this is coming from a friend of mine who works at a comic book store and has had to work with Diamond for years, they sucked. They were terrible to work with and really a pain. But like for most companies, there were no other options. So what can you do about it? Well, if you want to support Paizo or Roll for Combat or any of the other places, try to buy their books from them online, directly from the source. You can also try and talk to your friendly neighborhood gaming store to see if they can buy directly from the source as well. I don't know how well that will work out though. If you want more information about this, Stephen Glicker, who is a bigwig at Roll for Combat, did a whole video about it. He breaks it down a lot better than I did. I'm just giving you the real quick summary version here. And of course, Paizo has put out a blog talking about it and talking about stuff. Honestly, if you want to support those companies, the best thing to do right now would be to buy the books digitally, because with Trump's tariffs, they can't afford to reprint a lot of these books. So just getting the digital copies is probably the best way to help people out. I did want to let you guys know that I did start up a Patreon. I'm going to try and post something fun there once a month, but honestly, it's just a way to help this channel keep financially viable. Just a few bucks a month, and I'm toying around with the idea of putting out a raffle tier or something so that people can request special videos. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you think in the comments below about the Diamond distributor bankruptcy thing. While you're down there, make sure to like and subscribe. That tells not only me, but also YouTube that you like this kind of content and would like to see more. And until next time, thank you, good luck, and happy gaming, although it's not very happy this time.